The Humble Bundle. The Humble monthly subscribers get over $100 worth of games for only $12 every month and get to keep the games just like a regular Humble Bundle. The Humble Trove is a new collection of Humble originals and other DRM-free games, and it's only available to Humble monthly subscribers. The Humble Store offers over 5,000 games, and Humble monthly subscribers get a 10% discount on store purchases. The Humble community has given over $98 million to charity so far. Humble bundles, Humble store purchases, and Humble monthly subscriptions all benefit charity. Humble monthly subscriptions and regular Humble bundles both make great gifts. Individual Steam keys from any bundle can also be gifted to a friend. Another one of our sponsors, Fangamer. Their website is www.fangamer.com. They have the official merch for Undertale, Hollow Knight, Hyper Light Drifter, and more great games. They have 2 Earthbound books that will not help you with your speedrunning at all, but they're amazing books anyway. They also have clothes, figurines, pins, plushies, and books, and all profits from sales of Games Done Quick merchandise goes to Doctors Without Borders. And now I'll be handing off the hosting to Edo Bean for the Kirby block.
Hi, and welcome to Summer Games Done Quick 2017, benefiting Doctors Without Borders. I'm going to read like a couple of donations that we just didn't get to go through, and I apologize for anyone that had very, very late ones. We have a $50 donation from La Barbe Rouge that says, "This is for my sister who watches the kids while speedrun practice happens. Long live the Tantalus and his family." $7.47 from Zero Blue Mage that says, "Shout out to everyone that threw away the letter back in the day." Sasha Amethyst donates $50 saying, "I just had to donate during Star Tropics. It really brings back memories of my childhood playing and usually failing to get far in that game. Putting this towards saving the animals and killing the many, many frames because it makes SGDQ just that little bit longer." Dells donates $15 saying, "Played Star Tropics a lot as a kid. Was never able to finish it, so I love to see the run here. Shout outs to my awesome coworkers who made it possible for me to get the week off to watch SGDQ. Money goes to runner's choice except kill or save the animals." Delphi donates $50. Thank you so much, saying, "Donating immediately after hearing Darkwing Duck's amusing, overly long maze-like hallway song, which is definitely going to get stuck in my head. Here's $50 towards preventing Samus from traversing any more hallways than she normally would by killing the animals." $10 from Bonnie89 saying, "Overly long maze like always." Money to Singer's Choice. All right, and now we're gonna set it over to zorlaxseven for Kirby's Dream Land 2.
Hello everyone, I'm zorlaxseven. I'll be running Kirby's Dream Land 2 Best Ending Percent. Yes, it's a percent. My couch, could you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Sekinar.
I'm Swordsman Kirby.
I'm Bamboo Shadow.
And yeah, we'll be doing this run. That'll be fun. So I'm ready anytime you guys are. Okay, counting off in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Kirby's Dream Land 2 Best Ending Percent. This is the third Kirby game in this series, which I just learned today. I thought it was the second one because, number 2. Can you explain what best ending is compared to 100% and any percent?
So best ending involves beating the true final boss of the game. In any percent, you only go up to Deity, but he's not actually the real boss. But if you collect all 7 rainbow drops, you'll unlock the real final boss. 100% has a few extra mini games and this really dumb item that you have to pick up.
Yeah, and the item you have to pick up in 100% is RNG, and it's really annoying, and it wastes a lot of time, and we're not going to do that. So we're just going to get all the important things and beat the game as fast as possible. So first level, there's not much you can say. Second level, we have the fire power-up, and we have this mini-boss who has a few different RNG patterns. We actually got one of the better ones. We got the best one, actually.
Nice.
And then we end up back with fire. And we fly through the door. In that bag there was Rick the hamster, but we don't really want him because he's slow. And we're just gonna fire here and miss that by a little bit. Classic. And now we have Umbrella because for the best ending we need to get the rainbow drop in level 1-3. And in order to do that, you have to have the Umbrella power up. So all the rainbow drops required for best ending, they all have some sort of puzzle associated with them. Usually you have to have some sort of power up. Whoops. You have to have some sort of power up and break some blocks. Yeah, so I jumped up on the platform where I was not supposed to, and I kind of messed up my, wow.
Ooh.
We're gonna have to reset there. So this is a good run so far.
That was some RNG minute right there.
RNG minute. No one saw that. We're good. We're okay.
There we go.
Okay, and we're back. So we need the umbrella, and I don't think there's an umbrella in this level.
There's one after the rainbow drop, but
Yeah.
too late for that.
I'm not sure if it's slower or faster to grab that. But here we go. We made it past the first room in this level. And the umbrella has a hitbox, so we can just jump through these enemies, no big deal. And this is the rainbow drop here. So you're supposed to have Rick, but you can just do a jump attack and get it right there. So that's the best ending content that you don't see in any percent. Any percent, you skip all those. Very, very important content. Okay, we got good RNG there.
Yeah, that one wall D can jump at you randomly and ends a lot of runs, surprisingly.
Yeah, usually from my rage. It loses like 2 to 3 seconds to get hit by the Waddle Dee, but when I do, I'm usually too angry to continue. So this is Wispy. He has RNG associated with him. He gave me the root attack, which is slow, so I'm just gonna hit him with my umbrella for a while until phase 1's done. And he gave me double roots, which is less than ideal, so I'm just gonna keep on hitting him with my umbrella. Ideally, he will drop apples.
At
Oh
some
no,
point.
he's just gonna do roots. And reset. So we're gonna do a soft reset on 5 of the 6 levels because it saves about 5 seconds. Normally you have to wait for the Kirby dance and all that good stuff. So we soft reset each time. So now we're in World 2, which is probably the easiest world in the run. So if we have some donations, we can read them out.
No problem. We got a $50 donation from Anonymous that says, gotta donate for the Kirby block. Love that little pink puffball. Can I get a Kirby hi from the audience couch? Donation goes to killing the animals. You tried. It's cool. We also got a $500 donation from Agent Aquarius saying Kirby Dream Land 2 is the first Kirby game I owned, and reaching the true ending was quite the adventure for my young self. I haven't picked up the game in a while, so this will seem like a fresh experience.
So we got Koo the owl. Koo flies fast if you mash A, and it's music Craigasm, so there you go. So that's kind of what World 2 is like. You just kind of fly through levels as fast as possible. There's a lot of mashing in this run, so I don't really want to mash too fast because it hurts my wrist after a while, and I've been doing a lot of practice. So we need the spike power up right here, Needle, for some best ending content. And I got to remember to actually get the rainbow drop in this level. That's pretty classic. Okay. That was not supposed to happen there. So we're having some difficulties here. And I didn't mean to actually soft reset. So we're going to do that level again. Well, we'll get the hang of things eventually. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry.
It's got the best song. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll hear a lot of it.
You might notice here that he's just flying straight through some of these enemies. Hitbox are almost non-existent in this game, it seems.
Not when I play it.
Only when you don't want them to be.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Door boss.
Door boss. All right, Zorlax, remember to do the thing.
Doing the thing. Here's your best ending content, better than any percent. We go back into this level and grab this. Best ending.
Nice.
And then we leave the level. We don't need that anymore. Also, something to note that the game, you have to drop a power-up, you push select, and the game drops about, I don't know, 20 to 30% of your select inputs. So it's really annoying to try to drop your power-up when you need to. So we're gonna end up with Cutter. Cutter is probably the best power-up for Koo. I tried to do this mini-boss. Not good RNG. Okay. With Cutter, you shoot 3 blade talons. I think that's what they're called. And to do maximal damage to the boss, you want to hit the boss with all 3. That does triple damage. So I get really close to the boss whenever possible. And then we just fly through to the end of the level. I have a little stopwatch going on. So I keep track of my splits in my head. Classic speedrunner. Door boss, please. Okay. Okay. That's a strange pattern, but that's okay. I'm gonna skip away. Turn around.
Yo, nice. The 2 cycle.
2 cycle.
2 cycle. And we're in World 3. World 3 is one of the harder worlds in the run, actually, because you have a lot of Kine, the fish. This first level is kind of inconsequential, actually, but the next 2 are pretty difficult. So we fly, 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 fly. We're doing some more flying, we're doing some more flying. Okay, we're almost done. And we get stone. We're gonna need stone for the 3rd level in this world, so we're just gonna grab it now. And that might be too low. No, we're good. There's an alternative strat where I think you keep Koo, it's a little bit slower, and there's lag frames there, which is hard to get out of stone sometimes. Line up with that wall, and use 2 control sticks to do this section because GameCube controller.
Yeah, if you take any hits underwater, you're pretty much have to reset.
Yeah, I think I would go. Actually, there's not even a good backup strat if I got hit there. So
Yeah.
because you can't get your power back underwater with Kirby. With Kine, you can.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see some Kine soon, very soon, promise.
Really nice to have stone here.
So this mini boss is really difficult with stone. Wait, because that was actually a pretty good fight. I missed 1 attack, and I got one of the better patterns. So then we have Kine. Kine's my favorite animal, so Kine hype for me. And the best part is you can hear my mashing, which is not very good. I'm better at mashing with my left hand. Whoops. Gonna get lag frames, please. Okay. This is the dark room. If you have the light bulb power up, you can actually see a hidden door in this room, but we don't need that. Whoa, hey there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this section's actually really difficult to do because because you really don't want to take damage. If you take damage, lose your power up, and you have to get it back. It loses about 3 seconds each time or so.
Yeah, and kind movement's kind of interesting. If you're walking on the ground, it's really slow, and you have to essentially be constantly jumping while you move with kind.
Some garbage mashing.
Shouldn't be doing too many runs in a row when you're practicing this game.
No hair, don't care. Okay, so the reason we have stone, this actually is kind of best ending content, because any percent I think you have coup the entire time.
Yeah.
So there's a hidden door in this room, which you can only see with the light bulb, but you can just go through it. And you need stone to go through this door here, or this pathway, and 3 of the 7 rainbow drops. There are 7 worlds in this run, and there are 7 power-ups. This game's kind of built around 7s here and there. That's also the hardest door in the game for me, for some reason. Let's not take hits here. This door's also pretty difficult. So we have a long hallway underwater. I'm going to try to manipulate some of these fish. So that I manipulated that first one. There's a Manipto right there. And I think we can't get this one, right? Yeah. I'm letting the muscle memory do all the movement for me. So if we have any donations in this hallway, go ahead.
Yeah, we have a $20 donation from Rexy that says, Zorlaxseven and I have crossed paths before on the Zelda Oracle of Seasons fan arrangement album. So I am really pleased to see him build up mad skills as a speedrunner. Good luck with Kirby's Dream Land 2. Donation goes to Zorlax7's choice.
Wow, shoutouts to Rexy. She helped produce my song for Oracle of Seasons, that an arrangement album we made back in like 2014. So surprised she knew about me doing this. Oops. No zero cycle here, and then I got hit. Okay. And soft reset.
Nice.
Yeah. That boss is a lot easier than I make it out to be. Trust me on this. Keeping track of my splits still, don't worry. Just a me thing. So, World 4 is also another difficult world. There's a lot of kind in it, and there's a difficult skip coming up called 4-2 skip, which we'll see, and I'll probably fail it plenty of times, so don't worry. And we need good RNG in this room. Okay, we got good RNG. Sometimes that penguin can attack and ruin your day. I need to actually mash the button here.
Yeah. All these fire sections are carefully routed to avoid.
Got bad RNG in this boss. Go ahead. SK.
All these fire sections are carefully routed to avoid all the enemies. The spacing is really important.
So that was the slowest fight you can get. You want him to do his jump attack because you can get a double star. Double star does twice as much damage, so it does 8 out of 12 bars of health for the mini bosses. 3,
And you saw him dropping his power up at the end of the fight to keep fire, to keep the fire power up.
Fun fact, you can do that minigame as fast as possible by holding A or B. I think I was a world record holder without knowing that. So this is 4-2. You're supposed to get coup in this level to fly across the air current to go through this door. Nope, missed it. So close. I think it was a frame off. That's too late. That should be it. Nope, that was a frame early. So this kind of happens. That should be the right height.
Yeah.
Nice.
Third try, casual third try.
The backup for that, doing the fire is frame perfect, if I recall correctly.
My casual route testing of that with frame advance indicated it was frame perfect, so it probably isn't. And we have fire, so we can go through this section pretty fast. So fast. So I'm going to bonk against the walls with fire because I think it's slightly faster to climb in some cases. So we bonk there, bonk there, bonk there, bonk there, or bonk here, and enter the door. For 3, still more fun with fire. We also get Kine again. Kine is still not easy to control, especially for the second half. So mini boss RNG here. We got the good pattern. Double star, and he's down.
Nice.
Okay. So we have the ice power up here with Kind, and I knew that was going to happen. That happens more often than not for me.
You actually have to make sure not to press your power up too long, because if you hold it too long, Kai freezes.
Yeah, but I can not tap it and just kill the enemies correctly. All right, in this room, I have a very specific jump route with Kind. If I get off it, I'm not sure exactly what I'll do. Okay, and then we drop that, pick up fire, and that's that level. We can hold the buttons. Yay! Speed tech. Speed tech. Okay. And then 4-4, we have this mini boss, so I just mash, see what he does. That's fine. Just wanted to make sure he didn't jump over that. And I heard you guys liked auto-scrollers, so this is like the first of, I didn't count them, there's like 10 or 11 auto-scrollers in this run. So if we have donations, now would be a great time.
No problem. We have a $15 donation from Mr. Shasta, who says, hello from on the deck couch to the right of the stage. Always excited to watch and contribute to the Kirby blog because these games are amazing and also awesome and fun speed games to run. Good luck with the run, Zorlax. You're looking sharp in that suit today.
Thanks, man. Could do some more.
We have a $80 donation from Red Tunic Best Tunic. I've watched a few runs before, but Zorlax's The Link's Awakening DX run last year was one that really got me into SGDQ. I've been waiting for his run this year to make my first donation.
He's right, though. Red Tunic is the best tunic. So I need to keep fire power up, and I need to keep Kind. So I'm going to drop my power up and eat one of these blocks and then take my power up back. Because if you have a power up out too long underwater, it can die. You can get both those blocks if you do your power up, or you swallow them perfectly. I've never done it. I've never tried it, and I don't ever want to try it.
It's TAS only.
It's TAS only.
Allegedly.
Anything I can't do is TAS only. Like 1-3, first try. I always kill this fish because that's people. You can just walk right into that door, but I've lost runs to walking into that fish. I don't know what makes it special. And we have a boss here. There's a bit of RNG associated with it. He has one really rare pattern I've seen a total of 3 times. I do not know how to react to, but it looks like we got one of the good ones. So just gonna keep on mashing. Hey, I didn't get that hit. Okay. And then we soft reset.
Nice.
Easy boss. Still keeping track of my splits, don't worry.
Sadly, we skip all of those cute cutscenes when you're entering the island.
What was that?
We're skipping all the cute cutscenes.
Oh yeah, unfortunately. I've actually never watched them, so I don't know what's in them.
They are super cute. They do it both in Dreamland 2 and Dreamland 3, and it's amazing.
Oops, that bonk though. That'll be fine. World 5 is kind of a change of pace. I think World 5 is one of the easier levels of the run. So it comes between World 4 and 6, which are also not easy. Yeah, I think that makes sense. World 5 easy, 5, 6, or 4, 6 and are hard. There we go. So it's a nice relaxation for a little bit. And I really got to be careful with my fire here. If I jump too high, or if I fire too far, I can get hit and lose my power up. Okay, we wanted to bonk there on purpose, so I can make that gap, and then we just fire through the rest of this. And then we jump here because the game tries to trick you. We get to hear a little bit of the music before we go back into a level. I actually like the overworld song in World 5, even though it's like 5 seconds long. Okay. Good. And then we have a quick kill on this boss, so I hope I'll get it. Shouldn't be that bad. Oh, good RNG.
Nice.
Just stood there. That saves about a second. And I heard you guys liked auto-scrollers, so
Oh yeah.
if we have donations, This is a great time.
No problem. We actually got a $500 donation from Kirby Vault. Who says, have to donate during the block of my favorite Kirby games, favorite old school Kirby with Dreamland 2, and favorite newcomer with Robobot. 250 each to both runners' choice. Boya! Sorry. It always happens. We have a $100 donation from Bayonet that says, there's probably no better opportunity to donate than the Kirby block. And it's with the Kirby announcer even. Booyah!
That was a pretty good level at the end, right? Taking the bottom path.
Some
Classic.
RNG nip there.
So this level here, you can't really see it because I went through it so fast. I did it frame perfect actually, so I'm pretty cool. The first room in that level, you can actually go through 3 different doors. Each door has a different animal friend behind it. This level is built for like there's three rooms after it, and each room is built for a different animal friend. I suppose this one's built for Kine. No, that one was built for Rick. This one's built for Kine because it has water, and the next one's built for Ku. So we'll be going back to this level a lot just to grab a new animal friend a few times in the run, just because we need different ones at different points. Just for now, Ku is fastest because Ku flies, and music Craigasm. Those propeller enemies, they will kill your animal friend in 1 hit, so we really got to avoid them. And I got to enter the door because that's how you beat the game. And then we go to this level. This level I have a very specific flying route. I really don't want to use my attack because the attack is a little bit slow. So I go up there. Nope. Oop. So is okay. How about I grab it? Okay, we're gonna attack.
It's a little bit scary because
We're having one of those days.
It's a little bit scary because you can accidentally break your own star,
Okay.
Nice.
and you
That's
definitely need it for this fight.
Oh, bad RNG, please. Oh no,
Oh,
good
it's still
RNG,
got it.
please.
This is Captain Stitch.
Got him.
Nice.
The iframes in that fight are very specific, and whatever. I forgot to drop my power up because I was busy being happy about the fact I got him. We'll just fly over this. It's okay. The iframes in that fight are very specific, so it's not easy to one-cycle them. And I need that fire because it makes this room a lot easier. Because if you bonk against walls underwater, you fly up pretty high. So we just mash, we mash, we mash, we mash. And then we mash some more, not really. Oops, we go up there. This is how I remember the route. I say we go up there, we mash. It's important that I remember where I'm going.
It's really the power-up you want to have when you're Kirby. So you can just go really fast and use the fire power-up to go through all the bad guys, the spiky guys.
So we're getting Rick because we need him for the next level to get to the rainbow drop. And actually, I'll hold on for a second on that. Nice. Those jumps are not easy for me to do.
Nice.
So whenever I attack, look at Kirby. He seems so happy. We'll see a few attacks in a second. Rick has some pretty cool music too. Very, very happy hamster music. Okay, he's not moving. And I heard you guys liked auto scrollers, so donation time, I suppose.
No problem. Zeniba donates $50 saying HGDQ and SGDQ rock. Kirby's Dream Land 2 on Game Boy is my first video game ever. I should celebrate by donating during this speed run. Looking forward to singing of Disney songs. Keep up the great runs, and thanks to you all to make this event possible.
Oops.
We also have a $25 donation from Zeta Gundam ZZ68 that says, I'm here to show some love to SGDQ and to my favorite little pink dude. Also, I'll double this donation if Edovine can do her best Kirby impression. Booyah! No, that doesn't mean a clap.
So we need Rick just to do that. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna go through the level. That's a big issue, so... Yeah. 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 So, I heard you guys liked auto-scrollers. Oops. So, yeah.
It's okay. We love auto scrollers.
Also, we can enjoy the Ricky music one more time.
Oh man, one of those days. So in the practice room right before this run, I got a 55:02 or 45:02. World record's 43:57. So that was actually a good run. I don't know what we're gonna be getting. I've had to reset way too many times. And yeah, so auto scroller. So I'm gonna take this that room very carefully. I was just trying to save a few frames by doing like a 4-frame jump, but yeah. So we can read more donations. It's just perfect for donations.
No problem. We actually have a $500 donation from Waddle Durr. Who says, Kirby is who every guy wants to be. He's either saving the galaxy or eating lots of delicious food, and all the ladies think he's adorable. Can I get a hi taunt from the crowd? There you go.
It's better than us.
Yeah, look at it.
Okay. Do that and miss that jump because I'm really good at that jump. Fly. Baby strats fly. Okay.
Nice.
Yes! Second try strats.
First try is test only. So.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so we have a risque room coming up. I'm just going to describe what we see when we go down it. We didn't see it the first time. That's a face. That's something. And those are legs. So you might want to watch that again to see what the image was that the developers put in. Very lewd. So we're going back to get Rick one more time because Rick is really good against his boss. Boss has 2 halves. It's RNG which one is vulnerable first. We got the moon, which is better than the sun.
Nice.
Okay. And we're gonna actually wait out the Kirby dance in this one because we need to go back and get Kind.
This is actually one of the rather challenging fights when you play it casually.
Oh yeah, because there's 2 health bars.
Yeah. I mean, if you know that you can use Ricky with the needle power-up, he's rather easy if you know the strats, but playing this game casually is really challenging.
Yeah, we don't want to look at the rest of the splits here. Okay, World 6. World 6 is not easy either. We start out with getting Kind because we need Kind in the second level. So we have to do some tricky platforming with Kind in the first level. Yeah, so you really have to be comfortable with your jumps and knowing when you can and can't jump. Oh, there's some lag in there I've never seen before. That's cool. Small jump there. We're gonna take damage right there on purpose. Oops, missed that jump a little bit. That was an okay room. And then we're gonna get the light bulb power up. And then we're just gonna hold this out for the rest of the screen. In Kirby's Dream Land 3, they kind of nerfed it, so it breaks after a while, but this game we can just hold it out and just run through everything here.
I find the animation hilarious.
It is.
Jump on that cloud. Did not get bad RNG there. A lot of the RNG in this game is like, I want to say, between 10 and 20% chances that random enemies do something different. And a lot of the time, they'll do something that you can't really practice because it happens so rarely. Let me drop that now. This level, 6-2, we're going to get a rainbow drop. There's a complex puzzle, I think, that's associated with it. So you're supposed to get Kind to start, and the way this level starts is this forces you to get ice, because you cannot get through this door without ice, as you can see right there. So we're going to go into the room in the center of this screen, not losing power-ups.
The leap of faith.
And we need Kind to swim across this water current, this current. We need to get Spark, so we need to fight this guy. Oops, too far. we're just gonna wait. Okay, well, we'll try double star.
Nice.
Nice.
So we're supposed to get Kine again. We're not gonna do that. So you get Kine, you go back to that room, and you go the other direction. And then you get Rick, who actually can break the blocks in this next room. You need to clear this next room to get Ku. But if you do this strat right here, like that, you just run into the blocks using Spark, you can get Ku. So you need Ku to swim across this air current. Swim across this air current.
Ku is a really good swimmer.
to go and get this power up from this boss. So that's a double star. 2 quick ones.
I just want a picture of Kine like trying to fly and Ku trying to swim.
So we fight that boss so we can have the cutter, so we can get the rainbow drop. It's convenient that we end back with Ku and cutter at the end of this level, because it's one of the best combos that you can use in this game. So we skipped about half the puzzle by using Kirby to break the electric blocks. And a lot of World 6 now is just learning how to fly with Ku and making sure you don't take damage where you don't need to. And mashing, of course.
Does your wrist already hurt?
What was that?
Does your wrist already hurt?
No, I got all that adrenaline running.
Okay.
The shame adrenaline. Losing your power-up is not a big deal here, but it costs a couple seconds. Oops, let's not go in the water. Okay, I'm going to take hits there on purpose because I don't need that anymore. Because we want fire. Go out slightly early. I knew that was too early. Okay. We want stone here because it makes this really fast. How's it going?
It is.
So,
Just kind of just wait through this level. Don't worry, there's more legit auto-scrollers coming. You won't be disappointed. If you like auto-scrollers, here we go.
Oh, we love them.
The next one has 2, right?
what?
The next level has 2 auto-scrollers, right? I think so.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm a high-level runner. I don't know what rooms are coming up next until I see them. Yo,
Nice.
3 for 3. The stone has a habit of eating your inputs, so it's kind of hard to hit those guys and unstone at a reasonable speed. So we have Captain Stitch again. We have stone, so it's a little bit harder. But you can one cycle him. Oh, we're getting all kinds of crazy RNG. So we're gonna have to at least 2 cycle him. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man, what is this?
Oh god.
What is this RNG? What is that RNG? Okay. That was
Pretty much
a
the
thing.
worst possible thing could have happened.
Yeah.
Well, he tends to react to where you are in the room, but I wasn't really in the air at that point. So here's some auto scrollers. I guess we can read one donation in the meantime.
No problem. I have $100 from Jonas Mom that says, I'm donating on behalf of my 6-year-old Kirby fan who wants to raise awareness of a very serious cause. Waddle Dees are generally peaceful and friendly creatures and often work side by side with Kirby as an ally. All too often, however, they are caught up in the carnage of a speedrun. We want to urge the speedrunners today to exercise humane treatment of Waddle Dees. Save the Waddle Dees, and of course, save the animals.
I'll do my best.
Those poor Waddle Dees.
So in that level, if I lost stone underwater, that's about a minute time loss. So I took the really safe strat. Oops, I dropped that at some point, but that's okay. There's a really tight trick that you can do. Oh, almost got it. Where you can sneak past the Gordo enemy. And we don't want stone anymore. We don't need it anymore. I just forgot to get rid of it earlier. But there's all kinds of mashing here. And this section is pretty long. I saved that there just so I can kill that guy. Unfortunately, your animal friends are wider. They're 2 gaps wide, or like 1.5 gaps wide or so. So you need to break both blocks in order to go down. So we have that. Oops. And the mashing's not over yet. There's plenty more mashing. And now my wrist is starting to hurt. I feel the burn now.
Yeah, I think it usually starts to happen in this level.
Oh no, I missed the door. Not frame perfect. So there's only you can only go through that door to get to the level. The other doors just lead you to a trap room where you have to go back eventually. All right, level 6. Starts out with a fight. Has an air current in it. So we hope this guy does not jump, or you can just you can do that. So we take him out perfectly. Yeah, I want to say each mini boss has their own set of iframes. I'm just gonna say that without proof. I'm not sure if it's true, but I feel like it's true. So you kind of have to know the timings on each of the iframes of the bosses in order to get maximal damage really quickly. Because you can often one-cycle bosses or mini bosses if you know what you're doing. This is another section where if I lose my power-up, I lose a lot of time. So I will be extra careful because we don't want to lose our power-up. Extra careful. Extra careful. You can sneak by that guy pretty easily.
It's actually also nice to have Cutter on the water because
Extra careful.
some of the power-ups with Ku are really useless underwater.
Yeah. A lot of power-ups with Ku are useless in general. I shoot talons here because someone told me it's faster. You move faster through the air. I'm not sure if it's actually faster because it causes lag, but it's speed. I can say it's speed tech, so that's why I do it. So this is Krakow. He has 2 phases. The first phase is kind of RNG. Whoop. Okay. Nope. Okay, that's bad. We're gonna have to do a little bit of the second phase like this, or. Okay, so that part worked. We have a little bit more left. The second phase isn't RNG per se, but he has a lot of iframes. So he spins his eye every time he gets attacked. So I'm trying to not attack him until he's actually vulnerable.
Also making really sure you hit him with all of your
Boom!
feathers you're shooting.
That's actually a lot more difficult than it looks, and it's pretty stressful.
Krakow is a really hard. Krakow is a really hard boss, and getting all 3 of those talons to hit at the same time is really tricky.
I didn't miss one, right? In the second phase, right?
No, I didn't see any.
I'm really good, right? Guys, I'm really good.
Yes.
I'm really good at this game, right? This is a really long horizontal hallway, so my wrist is still going to be dying. It's one of the longest horizontal hallways in the game. No, that's not true. I'm making up stuff. Don't worry. But yeah, mash, mash, mash. What's fun is the any percent and best ending routes in World 7 are the same up until the last level of this world. And I heard you guys liked auto-scrollers. So let's have some donations.
No problem. We have a $40 donation from Edgewood Blake 83 that says, "Shout out to Zorlax for being an amazing speedrunner, not to mention one of the most dapper looking speedrunners." And it says, "Sorry, Bubbles." Also, a round of applause to everyone participating in an event that I've been proud to be a part of for the past 5 years. You are all awesome. Yes, let's go ahead and do a round of applause for that. Let's go ahead. This donation goes to the glitch exhibition for Majora's Mask. Kill those animals, and if I may ask, Edo, may I get another? Hoya! My throat is going to die by the end of this day.
So I got really good RNG on that first boss in that first level. I've never actually seen it go that well, so that was pretty cool. So World 7 has 7 levels. There's 7 power-ups. So there's 7 mini bosses that have each power-up. So we did fire. Now we're gonna be doing spark next. Yeah, I used to forget which boss each boss was when I entered the room. But now at least I know. This is one of the easier ones. Oops. Blah. I got hit, so I'm gonna keep my mouth. I'm gonna be quiet now. Yeah. Okay. Never say anything's easy until you're done. Yeah.
Though you really have to say a lot of the things Zorlax does here are actually way harder than they look.
That's my excuse for everything. Trust me, guys, it's way harder than it looks. Don't do this at home, kids. See, center of the cloud. Heard you guys liked auto scrollers. Oh, we're not done. We got plenty more. So, I'm just gonna make a comment before I ask for donations. I'll be killing enemies off screen because there's some enemies can break your power as you're shooting it at them. So I just don't want to take the risk. So it doesn't look interesting. I know a lot of people like to mess around in auto scrollers and do their own thing, but I'm just gonna be doing this basically. So if we have a quick donation, we can get it in now.
No problem. It says $30 from Erno that says, here is $20 I promise if I hear Edo Bean say, Booyah! And an extra 10 because it's so cute. Donation goes to Announcer's Choice. Thank you.
Okay, we have, whoop, my buffer didn't go through. Ooh, my buffer didn't go through. My buffer didn't go through. So I held the button during the screen transition, or the... So if you hold the button between when the screen fades to black or fades in and out, you do an attack in the first frame of the gameplay. But for some reason that didn't go through, which I kind of want in that fight. So it kind of messed me up a little bit, but that's okay. Also in World 7, hold on. Each of the mini bosses, I think each one is slightly harder in some way. Like they're faster, their attacks are slightly different. I know that's the case for at least that mini boss right there, the ice mini boss. And more mashing, but my wrist feels a little bit better. And I heard you guys liked auto scrollers.
Also, I think I have seen this level somewhere before.
Yeah, the levels are like mirror images of each other, depending on which side of the overworld they are. They're not exact mirror images, but like if one level goes left, the other level will go right on the other side of the world. So I'm gonna do this. Wow. There you go. There's a double star.
Nice back up.
That's a way to do that. So World 7 is kind of a snooze fest in general. It's kind of slow. There's a lot of auto scrollers, as we've seen. But it's really one of the points in the run where you can lose a lot of time really quickly, and you don't really realize it based on your mini boss fights. And I have not been doing my mini boss fights as well as I usually do, which is a shame because there's a lot of quick kill strats that you can do that look really nice. And I'm sorry to disappoint. There is no auto scroller in this level. Then we're gonna wait, and then we're gonna fly under, and then we're gonna wait, and then we're gonna fly under, and then we're gonna wait. We're gonna fly over. I was flying over the entire time. Good RNG.
No,
Okay,
nice.
that was really specific. Yeah, his iframes are a lot shorter than other bosses, in my opinion. Just one man's opinion. Not sure if it's true. Oh yeah, I don't need a mash during air currents. I just learned that I don't need a mash. That doesn't make you go faster because there's an air current pushing me. So, Ku is swimming pretty fast right now. Okay, and then we'll go through the door. And I heard you guys liked auto scrollers. We can get a few donations in this one.
No problem. We have a $25 donation from Anonymous that says, I can listen to this announcer all day. Donation to Announcer's Choice. Thank you. I appreciate it. I have a $11.11 donation from Boxless that says, donating during the best game series and with the best reader. Looking forward to many foils while the community and runners help Doctors Without Borders while always helping the denizens of Dreamland.
And we have Captain Stitch coming up. Again, he's the hardest mini-boss of the game, and he moves really fast in this fight. So hopefully we can one-cycle him. Maybe if we get good RNG. No. Nope, no good RNG. Nah. Even getting the... Okay. Even getting 2 hits is pretty difficult on this. Oh, now he does this attack. That attack has a... He's vulnerable for a long time. But you can actually one-cycle him if he does that attack to start, but what are you going to do? That's just how this is. So in World 7, we don't need Cutter anymore, so I just dropped it there. I don't know if there's a fast strat to have Cutter in the next screen or not. If you have Kine and Lightning Bolt, you can see a pattern of power-ups in this room, which tells you the secret path through this room, or this series of rooms. That allows you to get the instrument, I said. the rainbow drop in this level. I'm trying to make sure I don't accidentally double tap select and drop. I got it there. I don't want to drop coup quite yet. And conveniently, we end with Cutter. I think it's kind of weird. So there's only 5 different power-ups that you get for that section. Whoops, sorry. But there are 7 power-ups in the game, and they didn't actually make 7 pathways for whatever reason. Nice. Oh no! Oh, I thought I had him. Okay, that's okay. Hey. Oh, he's not dead yet, huh? Okay. I need to learn to stop talking until after I know everything's dead. Okay. So we're gonna drop Coup, have Cutter, because none of your animal friends can fit through that gap right there. Whoops. And we have DDD. So we're gonna hit him with Cutter. Cutter does 1/4 of a bar. Bosses have 12 bars of damage. A star will do 1 bar of damage. Whoops. Hey there. And we can get a double star on this attack, because there's 2 stars that appear when he does it. This boss is kind of RNG, but he kind of has patterns. So you kind of have a feel of what he is going to do. I'm going to back off a little bit. No. Can we jump? Yeah. Drop that. He's going to fly over there. Okay. And we want to kill DDD in the center of the room. So I'm going to let him run towards me.
Nice. Just when he entered hyper mode.
Yeah, you really want to kill DDD in the center of the room, because if you kill him on the sides, he walks to the center. And if you kill him all the way on one side of the room, I would say it costs about 15 seconds or so. It's really slow. So this is the best ending fight here. There's 2 phases of it. Phase 1 has a little bit of RNG. Phase 2 has basically none. So phase 1, the boss sometimes shoots these ball attacks, and you can hit them back with your sword. And sometimes that does 3 bars of damage. So we're going to try to do that 4 times. Keyword
sometimes.
Being sometimes. I don't know what causes to not get all full damage. So we stand really close to him. Reflect that attack. So we did 3. So that one did 1 for some weird reason. Sometimes. He's going to do two dashes there. He's going to probably do an attack here. I think that did 3. Oh. I think that's close enough. I did 3. You have to be really close to him for it to work. What is going on here? Okay. I don't know what causes not to get full damage, but that's okay. That's phase 1. Phase 2, there's a lot less RNG. I'm gonna be very careful. And you can hit these balls back at him to do 2 bars of health each. Oops. Can do 1 slice there. Fly around, do that. And then we're gonna mash him until he dies. My health doesn't matter all that much. Okay, we're probably gonna do 2 cycles of this attack.
Time coming up soon.
Oh yeah, time coming up very soon. 2 more hits. Time.
Time.
That was a 48-34.
What can I say? Not a good run, because me and SK promised if I can get sub 47, it'd be okay. And I did not do that. Anyways, we got through the game. This is the best ending. We could see all the things turning to normal. I don't really know what's happening. I don't know the Kirby lore. But I guess I need to give shout-outs to, real quick. So I'll give shout-outs to my couch, Sikinar, SK, Bamboo. Thank you guys for supporting me through this. Shout-outs to SGDQ for letting me run this. Shout-outs to anyone who watches my stream whenever I randomly stream. I appreciate the fact that you're there. Shout-outs to anyone who's donating. It's a great cause, and I'm glad this event can go on due to those donations. And lastly, I want to give shout-outs to the Cellar Dwellers. You know who you are. Callie, Ranj, and Jordan. Shout-outs to you guys. And that was Kirby's Dream Land 2, Best Ending. Thank you.
Thank you so much, zorlaxseven, for your Kirby's Dream Land 2 run. Stay tuned, because coming up next will be Kirby Planet Robobot with the guest. And we're going to actually send this over to the interview with our lovely X2 runners and Spike. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to SGDQ